Hey y'all, with the new release of Tekkit Legends, I figured I would swap off of my Light series and start recording on Legends instead. So I'm going to start a new world here. I'm just going to call it whatever I want. If you want to be able to play the same world, I'm just using the C to Commoner. Notice the C and the N are both uppercase. I'm turning off the bonus chest. You can put it on if you'd like, but let's see what happens. So the really nice thing about Legends is that it takes, like Buildcraft and Computercraft, some of the larger ones from Tekkit Lite, and mixes back in Equivalent Exchange. I think they're calling it E Project now, or Project E, which really helps, especially in the early game where, you can take Cobblestone, which is like, a value of 1, and swap it into a, put it in this chest-like thing, and be able to get off of it. You can get other items. So you can literally swap cobblestone into diamonds. I think like diamonds have 2,000 something as their EMC. But yeah. One of the changes they made is you still have the tree capitator mod, which allows you to take, an axe and whack the whole tree down. However, the amount of time it takes to chop that tree is now relative to the amount of wood that tree has on it. So I'll show you what I mean here in a second. So obviously the first day you're going to end up doing a lot of, tree farming. And apples are a great food source for a while. But like here, if I try and chop this tree down, it's going to spend a long time chopping this one spot, and literally you could chop it faster by hand. However, when you do chop it, most of the tree, if not the whole tree, is going to come down depending on how much health your axe has left. Another change I'd like to point out is the mini-map. You don't have a full, I know everything about the map anymore. Which, obviously it hinders you. But, it's different. I've also noticed a glitch with the mini-map, at least in this version of Legends. I don't know what the deal is. But like if you explore out in an area, you'll know it, but if you save the game and come back later, it will have forgotten that area. So, yeah, either leave waypoints or, memorize it, I guess. That's all I can tell you. Yeah, so first day, a lot of tree chopping. Just trying to get enough wood to build a house. Generally speaking, I stay in my first house that I build for a while, so I go a little bit bigger than I think the average person does. I mean, average is all relative to my brothers here, because they're the only people I play with, usually. So yeah. I should probably talk about like what they've added or something. So, if you ever did like an automated setup before in either Classic or Legends, you probably used the Buildcraft mod, which allowed you to, use like a macerator and turn all your ores into 2 dusts, and then each of those dusts back into an ingot. So effectively, you're doubling any resource that comes in ore form. But also, Computercraft was a immensely overpowered mod that would allow you to mine with what they called a mining turtle, which, like I said, was overpowered. I mean, it would take like 4 coal and it would mine 600 spots for you. So they're also programmable if you know the program language Lua, or you can just go to computercraft.net, I think, and look up their API. It's pretty intuitive. I don't know Lua, but I can do quite a lot with the turtles. I can program them to farm trees for me and, farm a farm for me and a lot of other things. So, yeah. Alright, now that I've gotten some wood and some apples, I'm going to look for a decent spot to build my house. Ooh, beehive. I know those are useful, so I'm going to get a scoop. And I need wool. On second thought, oh wait, I saw a sheep around here somewhere, but I'll wait on the beehive. It's not going anywhere. Right, I'm going to look for a decent spot. I'm going to up my render distance. Try and keep it a little lower while recording to allow a decent number of frames per second. Alright, so Looks like I'm running the edge of a forest here. Maybe I'll run this way and put myself right on the coast as well. It doesn't look too shabby. It's not really a coast, I suppose it's just a lake, but okay, whatever. Let's build a house, I guess. So pretty much the first day you spend all your time collecting and building a house. And I know this is, pretty much the basics for some of you, but, for some of you I'm assuming either just, haven't played Legends before or haven't even played mods before, and this is a good spot to start. I mean, I know that's how I got into Tekkit Lite was, I hadn't played mods before, I didn't want to go through the whole ordeal of installing this and installing the other thing, so I just got Tekkit and went and built, yeah. So one of the other really nice things about this mod is you really don't spend much time after, 4 or 5 days collecting food. Now, I know that sounds really stupid to say, but I think you'll get what I mean in the second or third video. One of the first, oopsies, I don't even need to do that. One of the first things I try and do, it requires some diamonds, but I will go out and build a transmutation table. And what that is it changes, you put items into it very much like you put things into a chest, and it quote-unquote learns that item. So then at any point you can go in and take out that type of item, providing you have enough value stored in it. And I know that sounds kind of confusing, but I'm sure you'll get what I'm trying to say, like I said, in like the second or third video, when I'll probably make one. Yeah. So a lot of people build their house so it's only, like inside it's only too high, but I like being able to jump and be able to move. I don't know, maybe I'm like claustrophobic or something. So I actually build my house a little taller. Yeah. So I'm going to pause the video until house building finishes, okay? Come back in a minute. Okay, so I'm back. I've got my house built right as the sun went down, and like I said, it's a little bit bigger than normal, more than most people will go, I think. So that's that. Now the next trick, especially if you're as late as I am, is getting torches up. So I'll just build a wooden pickaxe and start mining somewhere. Oops, that's not the spot I wanted to mine. We'll go over here instead. So the easiest way to get torches in the early game, I think, is to build a furnace and then swap, put in wood planks as your fuel and wood blocks as the thing that's going to get burnt, and it turns those wood blocks into charcoal, which you can use the same way as coal in many instances, and torches is one of them. Figures the iron decides to get in my way. Okay, I'm not going to mine down, so I'll just do this. Mining below yourself is asking to get burnt by lava, and I've got a sheep in my house. It's okay, I'll kill it sometime later. Take a furnace, plop it down. Like I said, put the planks at the bottom, and they're being your fuel, and the just regular wood on top, and those are the things being fueled. I'm really not going to need that many of them, so I'm just going to keep pulling them out for a while. There. Right click will grab half of the stack that's there. And let's just throw some torches up. Alright, the F7 key will pull up this little grid over everything, and over everything. So I would recommend turning it. Flip. Darn spider. Oh well. That's what you get for going outside in the night, I guess. It's areas that the mobs can spawn. So pulling it up can be useful to see if you've got things lit well enough, as is evident that I, in that instance, did not. So I think I'm going to wrap it up here for now. We've got our house up, we've got it lit, we've got a way to get some torches, a couple of basic tools we've got. And when I come back next time, we'll cover working on a mine, where to start, and whether you should do a stair-step mine or not. That's one of the biggest things I have a pet peeve about. Anyway, so see you all later.